to the Udemy Lecture 1 Precalculus course. Today we'll be talking about functions, but first we'll have to define a few definitions necessary. A relation is a correspondence of two sets of objects. The first set is called the domain, and the set of all the corresponding elements are called the range. For example, the order pair 1 and 2. This 1 is the domain, and the corresponding 2 is the range. So we're going to also define another definition called the function. It is a relation in which every element of the domain corresponds to one and only one element in the range, i.e. a set of ordered pairs. So let's go for an example. Our 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll say 5 and 6 in the set F. So in the set F we have these three ordered pairs. But as you can tell, each domain has its own unique range. So here's another example of set G. So we got 1, 2, 1, 4, and then 5, 6. Of course, G is not a function because 1, 2, and 1, 4 they violate the definition of a function. So therefore, it is not a function. Also, another way to determine a function is visually. So for example, we have this parabola. Then we must use like the vertical line test. So we can just get a piece of paper that's horizontal, and we can go down the line of the function, and we can tell that it is a function because it only hits once. But here's an example of a diagram that is not a function. We're going to use our good old circle. So we can apply the vertical line test by our definition, and we can go down. As you see, for each point it hits twice its positive and its negative counterpart. So therefore, it is not a function by definition. And then we're going to have another point where we're going to have to find the domain. For example, x squared plus x plus 3. On this domain, we look at where the function breaks down. Of course, on this one, we have it goes to negative infinity to positive infinity because it does not break down either way. But here's an example of a function where it does break down at some point. X and x plus 1. And we try to find where we can divide by 0, which is a big no-no in the math world. So we try negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1, that's 0. So therefore, that is not a valid range for that specific domain. So we have to define it. So it goes from negative infinity to negative 1 with the union of negative 1 to infinity. That parenthesis shows that it's not at negative 1, but it's very close to it. So we have to use these. But if you want to include a set, you use the brackets. That will include that number. However, since infinity is infinity, we use a parenthesis because it's not well defined. But our final topic will be the function notation. So we all see this in our high school algebra class, y equals x plus 2. But let's apply what we have learned. So x is a domain, and y is our range. So therefore, y can also be called f of x equals x plus 2. So basically, you can just plug x in with like any real number, say let x equal 1, so such that we get 1 plus 2 is 3. So f of x equals 3. That concludes my video, and thank you very much.